It is Sunday, July 12th, 2020, and on this week's edition of Sunday Sofatime, we're going to be talking about whatever you want to talk about. If you're new here, welcome. I'm surprised that this is the first of my videos that you've ended up on with all the other videos I've had, and it's going to be kind of a weird one. Usually on Sunday Sofatime, I sit down here and tell some kind of story or talk about one specific topic, and at the end of the video, I go through the video from last week and I pick out some comments and I answer them here like live on air. The last two videos I did in this style, I didn't do that. So this video is going to be completely me answering your comments.
What a concept.
If you've heard that now and you're disappointed because you like to listen to me tell stories, then just go check out my second channel, youtube.com/Gutenmorgen, and I have a really long, over 20-minute story about the time I got stalked while working at Six Flags in Chicago. Not clickbait, it really happened, and there was some interesting twists and turns in that summer. While you're there, make sure to subscribe, please. I'm trying to grow that channel as well, and every click helps. But without further ado, now comes the time on Sunday Sofatime where I comment on your comments live on air. These comments are not only from the last videos I did, they're like comments that have just showed up on my channel like within the last week. So it's a bunch of different videos. If you comment on my videos, you might show up here. First one is from Ed Lowe. Ed wrote on my video about why I don't like to eat in the main dining room on cruise ships. Oh, cruise ships. Remember those? Ed wrote, also, in the buffet, you can see what you are gonna eat. In the main dining room, it's just words and your imagination, which may get disappointed. Such a good point. When you're ordering from a menu, you're just reading the description, and sometimes there might be like a small picture of the dish next to it, but your decision is based on those words and maybe that little picture. And then when it gets to the table, that's the first time that you can really see if it looks appealing to you, if there isn't, maybe some, cilantro or some ingredient on top that you don't like. And when you eat in a buffet, you've got it right there in front of you and you can decide with your eyes and maybe your nose, do I want to eat that or not? I was just watching some videos from my friends at SoCal Attractions 360. They were in Las Vegas and went to some of the buffets. And the buffet at the Wynn right now has a menu with like 80 different items, and then you can sit there for 2 hours and order as many things off of the menu as you will, and they'll bring it to your table. But at the Wicked Spoon, which is in Aria, it's either the Aria or the Cosmopolitan, you go to the buffet and the food is sitting there, but then there are workers standing in front of each station and they give you the food. Pretty sure that that's what it's gonna be like when cruising begins again. I would prefer the kind where you can actually see the food and then you just have to ask somebody to give it to you over ordering it from a menu. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Next comment was on my cruise ship mini suite versus normal balcony cabin video, a very popular video on my channel, and it's from Stephen White. He writes, thanks for the video. You're welcome. Very nice to see the distinction. The difference in price between the two was minimal for us, and we use the bathroom a lot. Okay. The normal ones are usually too cramped for both me and my wife to be there simultaneously. Plus, it's my birthday cruise, so we decided it was worth it. Well, happy birthday whenever that's coming. I'm assuming it's like in September or November or December or sometime next year, right? Because if it's this month, you might want to check the news. Next video is from Carolyn Novak, and it's from the video that I posted on Friday of our very modernly designed and decorated hotel in the Netherlands. Carolyn writes, I would think the room would get really steamy while taking a shower. Well, to tell you the truth, Carolyn, it did get steamy in the room, but not because of the shower. Hey! Also a comment on that video of the hotel room from All Good on the Road. My first thought is, can a picture be taken of the entry pass to open the door with a phone? So this hotel had a feature that I've never seen anywhere else, and that is you do a self check-in and it prints out your room key, and your room key is a QR code on a little piece of paper, like a little receipt, and that's what you hold up to like this scanner on the door to open the door. And I'm assuming that All Good on the Road is asking the question because it could be like a security thing, like if somebody's behind you while you're checking in, they could like zoom in and take a picture of the code. Very good, thought process there. And to tell you the truth, we tried it. We took a picture of the code and tried to open it with the picture on our phone, and it did not work. I don't know if they've added some security feature to block that, because I know, other scanners can scan phones, like when you're checking into an airplane or something like that, but yeah, it didn't work. Next comment is from my video about cruise passengers annoying me. I think this is the video where I was talking about how I saw the guy reach into the bowl of Parmesan cheese. Instead of using the spoon to spoon it on, he just grabbed some with his hand. So disgusting and unthinkable at the moment. And Edlo writes about that video, if these things annoy you now, just wait until you're my age. I know, like, as we get older, you would think that certain things become easier to just like ignore, but then there are other things that I realize the older I get, the more they bother me. Next comment is from the last Sunday Sofatime and then the bonus Sofatime that I did the Friday before that, talking about this ordeal with all the money I've paid Disney that they're not giving back to me for these annual passes that we can't use. Tony A writes, hey, frustrations are real and mounting. No apologies needed. Frankly, I'm at the point that if a clown invited me into the woods, I'd just go. I think that's a really funny analogy, but don't do it. Next comment, also from my frustrations with Disney video, Wellard Smith just writes, have a stiff gin. Funny that you should say that, Wellard, because last night I had one too many stiff rums and I was in bed for several hours this morning before I felt alive. Next comment, also from last week's Sunday Sofatime, comes from Jodel Zambrano. Jodel writes, if you have already paid, then you should be able to make reservations. Hello. It would be so easy for Disney to check for payment, especially if you have a payment confirmation number. Hello. That makes sense to me, but I'm not a large money-hungry company. Me either. I have just copied the comment into a folder here, and I don't remember what video this is from. It's from Kelly Lux, and Kelly writes, I always crack up in your videos because you've drowned, your brother almost drowned, but you get it, LOL. I think what you mean, Kelly, is it seems like a lot of crazy shit has happened to me in my life, and yeah, I don't know why. Before I sat down to film this video, I was on a Zoom call with two friends of mine. One lives in Spain now, and the other one just moved to Arizona, and I was telling them the story about this whole ordeal with what happened with Disney and how they said, yeah, do this, but then not this and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, why do all these weird things always happen to you, Morgan? I don't know. It's just what the universe deals me. Next comment is on my video about the Animator's Palette restaurant on the Disney Dream, one of the 2 cruises that we did do this year. If you want to see those videos, be sure to check out my library. They're all in there, the entire playlist. And rail fan Andrew writes, the technology in that restaurant is mind-blowing. And I have to say, if you think that that's mind-blowing, then you should see a lot of the stuff that has been developed since then. Animator's Palette was one of the experiences on the Disney Dream that I was really looking forward to, and I had heard so many great things about it. But then when I was there, I was a little bit underwhelmed because I just thought with the possibilities nowadays, it could have been much more spectacular than it was. It felt a little bit outdated. So Railfan, you should go to one of the Disney parks now and like see, you know, Flight of Passage or ride Soarin' or Smuggler's Run. Then you can see just how that kind of technology has evolved over the years, using projections and lighting effects and moving things and stuff like that. Next comment is a long one from Joyce Rossi, also on my Disney Annual Pass video. She writes, Walt Disney World here in Florida only allows you to reserve 3 days at a time on the Annual Pass, but if you stay at a Disney resort, you can reserve as many as you booked. Well, wouldn't that be nice? That makes total sense, but they don't do that in Paris. I got online for the 7 a.m. start, but it was opened at 6. By 6:50, the first 3 days were gone. We have our 3 for 4 days later, but now I'm concerned that many days are gone, and when we use them, there won't be much left. I have the highest pass. What she means is there are different levels of annual passes you can buy, and they all have different levels of benefits and different amounts of days that they can be used. So she has the highest pass. We usually go 3 to 4 times a week. Dang. We'll be lucky if we can go 3 to 4 days a month. $900 with the renewal discount. Premium Plus has turned into Premium Minus. I feel you. I feel your frustration. Rumor has it they will do adjustments for this level pass. They added 4 months to the pass, and my husband, who has gold, which is 2 levels below mine, also got another 4 months. Not right. Tried to call, 6 hours on hold? I'm hanging in there to see what happens. Yeah, you know, there is so much going on right now, and the fact that these parks are opening after being offline for so long, everybody involved in this process is just coming back to work. And so much about this is something that nobody has really ever been through before. You know what I mean? I have understanding and I can be patient, and I just hope that, you know, bit by bit, they'll realize that certain things need to be adjusted, need to also be adjusted to fit the current situation for everybody. Not just for the companies, but for consumers as well. Next comment, also on last week's Sunday Sofatime, is from Heather Travels. Heather writes, I know annual pass holders for Walt Disney World have been having a lot of issues and frustrations too. We just heard from one of them. I'm glad you went ahead and booked a regular package so you can go and get in and hopefully have a great time. Thanks, Heather. I do feel good now knowing that we, you know, have booked it all. But I have to tell you, I did get to a point where I was so frustrated by the whole thing that I considered just canceling all of it. I got through it though, so we're still going. Next comment is from Adam Abdul Alim, also about the Disney fiasco. Sorry about that. Have you tried tweeting their Twitter account directly with your question? Yes, I've tweeted them publicly and privately and basically got the same answer, although the DM I got from them was addressed to Margot. Margot? I know sometimes that they give a quick responses to their social media accounts on things. Hopefully we can have an update throughout the week. There may be something coming. Do you have a site that you go to for your Mickey t-shirts? No. The shirts that you saw me wear in those 2 videos, one of them I bought while I was there at Disney's Hollywood Studios, the one with the grumpy Mickey on the skateboard, and the one that was like sort of a neon sketch. I got that from Marcus for Christmas, so you'll have to ask Marcus. Next comment from Margaret. Margaret writes, I don't know about Disneyland Paris, but here in California, most of December is crazy busy at Disneyland and California Adventure. Don't you run the risk of running into the same situation come December? Are they anticipating not requiring pre-reservations by then? That's what I'm hoping. What she means is we might not activate our passes when we're there at the end of this month here in July. We might like keep them on ice and then go back in December and activate them then so that they're valid until December of 2021. Because if we activate them now, when we're not going to be using them, they're not going to be, or they're only going to be valid until this time next summer. And that would be kind of a waste. But if we have to reserve in advance and we can't reserve in advance, then we might have the same problem all over again. I'm just hoping by then the situation will be different. Next comment is a double comment. It's a comment and a reply to that comment. The original comment is from W.R. Begley. They write, I've done this at Walt Disney World, so I'm not sure how it works at Disneyland Paris. Can they refund you the value of your park tickets? Twice now, I've purchased a package, but then ended up getting an annual pass. So Disney will either put the value of those packet tickets towards your next AP or pay out in a gift card. Again, this is Walt Disney World, but hopefully they might be willing to do that for you. And Grumpy and V writes to that, this works at Disneyland in California too. We've done it and so have our friends. Well, on one of the many conversations I've had with them, it sounds like they don't do that with the packages in Disneyland Paris. The guy that I talked to about that said that when you book a package, like all the money is like, it has to do with the way it fits into the register system, the payment system, and they can't like extract some of that fee out of there. But you better believe I'm gonna try it when we get there. So wait for that update. Next comment is from Pixel Wrench. They write, I'm going on the 30th of July, which is my birthday. Happy birthday then. Would be cool to see you there. Sorry, we will be gone by then. We will be leaving on July 27th, so we'll just miss you. But did you reserve your ticket already? Next comment is from C. Yuhu's. C. Yuhu's writes, I can appreciate someone who can admit their problems are not that serious in comparison. Therefore, I will listen. What they're talking about is in these videos, I mentioned that I realize that there are much more serious problems in the world and that this is like a big luxury problem, but still I wanted to complain about it. So thanks for the positive feedback. 2 more comments. The second to last comment is from Stephen or Stefan S. Stephen, I'm sorry, or Stefan, I'm sorry if I've been saying that wrong. I don't know if you're a Steven or a Stefan. Steven writes, I'm sorry that you're not going to be able to come to the US to see your family. Any way anyone can come to see you? God knows how much money and time you've spent going there. Just a thought. I'm feeling bad for you. Yeah, people from the United States can't travel into Europe right now at the moment, so that's kind of, not gonna happen anyways. And then he writes, cheer up, Charlie. And if you don't understand that reference, then I have lost all respect for you. LOL. Just kidding, of course. If you wanna view paradise, take a look around and view it. Is that enough reference for you? And the final comment is somebody who comments on a lot of my videos, and I'm glad you're here, Don Kettle, and you've written this before, and I'm going to address it now. Don writes, Morgan, if you don't soon get a comb, I'm gonna start a subscriber campaign to get hundreds of them sent to you. I don't know how many of your videos have prompted me to wonder, why is his hair so messy? LOL. Messy? Messy? Don, for you, I will comb my hair flat, and then I want you to tell me if this is what you think it looks better this way. I'll be right back. Better? This is combed. Is that what you think looks good? I don't. I mean, who wears their hair like this? I'm just happy that I still have a little bit of hair up here, and I like to have it styled a little bit and kind of whooshed over to the side. And so that's what I do, and this is how I feel like I look good. So I'm always happy for positive or constructive negative feedback, but Don, I will not be combing my hair. And I would love for you to get a subscriber campaign together for people to send me a bunch of things, but not combs. Send me some cookies or something, or maybe ranch dressing. If you are sitting here watching and thinking, oh, I'd love to do a little more to support Morgan's channel, well, the ways that you can do that are by signing up to my Patreon. That's patreon.com/veryunofficial to get extra videos and extra information and behind the scenes looks at what I do and where I go. I also have a Teespring store with funny shirts that say things like, I didn't get to go on my cruise, but I still gained 15 pounds. Thanks, Corona. So if you need a new t-shirt or a phone case or a tote bag or a towel, check that out. And the other thing that would just really help me out right now, like I said, is press that thumbs up button and go check out my second channel, youtube.com/GutenMorgan. Those are all things that I need more than a comb. And Don, I'm just playing with you, but I'm not gonna comb my hair. See you next week, everybody.